In a small village nestled among the lush green fields of France, there lived a boy named Pierre. He was kind, hardworking, and always ready to help others. However, there was one thing that kept him from being truly happy. He constantly compared himself to others. When he saw Louis, the top student in class, Pierre thought, "I wish I were as smart as him." When he saw Antoine, a wealthy merchant in the village, he sighed, "If only I had as much money as he does." When he saw someone running faster than him, he thought, "I wish I could be as fast as them." These thoughts kept repeating, making Pierre lose confidence in himself. He could no longer focus on his studies or enjoy the things he once loved. To him, everyone else seemed to be better and more successful. The meeting with the wise man. One day, a wise man named Etienne arrived in the village. People said he could help those who felt lost find the light within themselves. Hearing this, Pierre decided to seek his guidance and shared all his worries. "Sir, I always feel like I'm not good enough. I work hard, but I can never be as talented or successful as others. How can I find happiness?" The wise man smiled and said, "Tomorrow morning, meet me at the ancient oak tree in the forest. There, you will find your answer." Pierre felt curious but trusted that the wise man had a reason for saying this. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, Pierre went to the oak tree. The wise man was already there, smiling as he gestured toward the surrounding forest. "Look closely at the forest. What do you see?" Pierre observed carefully and replied, "I see many different trees. Some are tall, others are small. Some bear fruit, while others do not." The wise man nodded and asked, "Now, if the oak tree complained that it couldn't bear fruit like the apple tree, would that make sense?" Pierre thought for a moment and answered, "No, sir. The oak tree is meant to grow strong and tall, while the apple tree is meant to bear fruit." The wise man smiled and continued, "And if the apple tree envied the oak for its great height, would that be fair?" Pierre laughed. "That would be silly. Each tree has its own role, and together they make the forest beautiful." The wise man nodded in satisfaction. "You see, Pierre, people are just like the trees in this forest. Everyone has their own strengths, their own purpose. You cannot force yourself to be like someone else because you were born to be uniquely you." Although Pierre understood part of the lesson, he still had some doubts in his heart. The wise man then took him to a crystal-clear lake where fish were swimming gracefully. He pointed toward the sky, where a bird was soaring freely. If this fish complained that it could not fly like the bird, would that be fair? Pierre shook his head. Not at all. Fish are meant to swim, and birds are meant to fly. The wise man smiled. "So why do you want to be like someone else? Your journey is your own. You have abilities that others do not." At that moment, Pierre realized an important truth. Everyone has unique value. Comparing yourself to others only makes you lose sight of who you truly are. Years later, through hard work and determination, Pierre became a renowned woodcarver. His craftsmanship was admired far and wide. Whenever someone asked him for the secret to his success, he would simply smile and say, "Never compare yourself to others. If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail. But if it focuses on swimming, it can master the entire ocean." The sun and the moon do not compete to shine at the same time. Each has its own time and way of illuminating the world. Focus on your own journey, and the path to success will reveal itself. Lessons to remember. Everyone has their own unique journey and purpose. Comparing yourself to others will only make you lose confidence. Instead of wanting to be someone else, focus on developing your own strengths. The sun and the moon shine in their own time, and so will you. You don't need to be like anyone else. You just need to be the best version of yourself.